Hello, hello, hello. Um, this is just a quick post, a quick live, and I was literally just in Clubhouse, and I love the Clubhouse platform. So if you are not on Clubhouse, now they have Clubhouse for Android as well, so there's no excuses. But if you're not on Clubhouse, join Clubhouse and then look for Love Her Like You Love Them, right? And that's our Clubhouse and our room. But I was just having the absolute best conversation with someone in Clubhouse, and I just wanted to pop on for a minute and share. I could wait for people to come on and maybe I'll give you an opportunity. But while I'm waiting, like I love music and whatnot, like usually while I'm waiting, um, I do believe that this was so well, honestly, um, it was so good to me when I was talking about it. And oh no, I better not, because then I got to put that notice in there. So this is what I wanted to say is, are you casting your pearls before swine? This is what I wanted to talk about while I was in that vein earlier. We were speaking in Clubhouse about it. I was speaking to someone in our Clubhouse. Our Clubhouse, if you're not on it, it is Love Her Like You Love Them. And we talk very frankly about a lot of things, especially about things as it relates to this year, this season. And I don't want to say this year so much as this season that we're in, right? Because this is a season for a lot of us who have decided, because you have to decide. So this is a season for those of us who have decided to make it our season for all things new. And for this to be a better season than we've ever had. But that takes intentionality, first of all, right? So you have to be intentional about this being your season. If you are not intentional, it will cause you to not do what you need to do in order to make it the best season. You can believe, but even the Bible tells us that faith without works is dead, right? So if you want this to be your best season, you are going to have to be intentional about this season. That's just the bottom line. But as it relates to our subject matter, which is, are you casting your pearls before swine? Oh, are you casting your pearls before swine? Here's the thing. First of all, is what's pearls? So that was one of the questions I asked on there, right? So, what pearls are we talking about? What's a pearl that we would be casting? Your time, your talent, your energy, your resources. These are pearls. These are things that were gifts to you that God gave you, and they are the pearls of your life. Your time is a pearl. It has absolute value. Your talent is absolutely a pearl. It absolutely has value. In fact, the Bible tells us that I have given you the power to get wealth. The power is in your pearls, right? The power is in your talent and skills that are given to you by God. You may know how to do some things that even you don't even know how to do and why you do them well. And a telltale thing is that people will constantly come to you and be like, oh man, you know what? You make the best this. Or you know what? I know I can always count on you. So I'm coming to you because I just want to know the truth about a thing, right? So that's why these things are pearls, and you have to understand what your pearls are. Again, the question is, one, are you casting your pearls before swine? And then we have to understand what the pearls are. Your time, your talent, your gifts. These are pearls, right? And okay, your time, talent, and gifts, these are your pearls. So now, if it stands to reason in our question, our main question, which is, are you casting your pearls before swine? And now we've identified some things that are pearls: our time, our talent, our skills, our gifts, our ability, our resources, right? Are you casting them before swine? Well, what's swine? Who or what would qualify as swine, right? So if my pearls are all my time, talent, and resources in this season, then the swine would be anything that takes away from those without giving you anything back. The who, Yeah, you got some who's in mind that have constantly been giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And if you think really hard, you probably can't think of any too many times where you've received something back. And it doesn't have to be equitable, like it doesn't have to be on the same level, but the effort has to be there, right? The effort, the intentionality has to be there. The being cognizant has to be there of them constantly coming. Maybe I don't have anybody else but you and I trust you. So then when I have things going on in my life, I'm probably going to come to you. Get it? Absolutely. But if I come with my widow's mite, at least I come with the widow's mite. I don't have a lot to give you. Maybe today I just got paid and I'm so appreciative I can take you to lunch. Or you know what? I can get you a card, 99-cent card from the Dollar Tree, right? And just say, thank you. I want you to know how much I thank you for what you do for me, for how much you show up for me because you're there for me. All these types of things, right? So that could be the who the swine are. People who are draining you constantly of your resources, time, talent, right? And skills. And then there's the what the swine would be, right? Well, what's a swine? It's a pig. That's how we all identify it. But a swine, as far as a what, could be time wasters. Things for us Oh, things for us that waste our time, distractions for us. So the who might be people we know, but the what a swine is could be simple things that we do, that we give energy to, that are time wasters, that are distractions for us. Things that we do that are not moving the needle forward, that are not taking us closer to the goal we have for the year or for the quarter or for the whatever. So, yes, indeed, with the swine in this scripture, in this passage, the swine, yes, can be a who, but it can also be a what. And the swine that's a what is controllable by you. Because if you are giving your time, talent, and resources to things that are not taking you in alignment with God, in alignment of the direction that you want to go in this season, yes, you are casting your pearls before swine. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense because I happen to know quite a few of us. I mean, I'm coaching a few, I mentor a few, and we are constantly talking about this year is our year, right? This year is our year. If this year is your year, it is going to be intentional. It's going to be intentional. It is going to be a year that you make it your year. I was just saying earlier that I was on Clubhouse and I was talking to a client and a friend. And one of the things that I was saying is the best part of your 24 hours, the absolute best part, the most productive part of your 24 hours is the seconds, minutes that you give to God seeking instruction and direction, right? That's going to be the best part of your day. It's going to be the most productive part of your day. Everything else will line up. Everything else is going to be what it is, but that's going to be the most productive part of your day because in that stillness alone, you are going to be able to organize your thoughts as to be productive for the day. What do I need to accomplish? And maybe today is a rest day because you will hear in your spirit. If you pose the question, you don't pose a question without expecting an answer, right? And because you pose the question with the expectation of receiving an answer, the stillness, listen for the answer, right? So if I pose the question, what should I do today? Things automatically come to mind. And maybe today is just a rest day. If it's a rest day, figure out how to rest. Add rest. You may do other things, but at some point, rest because today's a rest day. If today is a day where I have some things that are pending or some things that I'm still not completed yet, and that comes to mind, then organize them in a small task list and check them off, right? But it's going to be the most productive part of your day is that time and place and the space you give God to operate in your life, in your daily life, in your business, in your ministry, in your outreach, in your whatever. It's going to be the most productive part of your day. It always has been over the last few years, especially. It has been the most productive part of my day because in that stillness, I can focus. In that stillness, I get direction and guidance into which way I should go daily, daily. So I'm going to end this broadcast. I would say give a thumbs up, but whoever's popped on and off um, is simply watching, and I'm fine with that. But catch it in the replay. But what I will say, the question is for you to consider answering, right? Are you casting your pearls, your time, talent, skills, abilities, resources? Are you casting your pearls before swine? The swine being the who's, the people, places, and things that are not serving your direction, that are not serving you in the achievement of your goals. That's the who the swine is. And again, it's not pointing fingers because here's the thing, the what in the swine is your distractions, your time wasters, your attitude, your I don't want to, your emotions. Though that's the what, that's swine, that equals swine. So I'm challenging you to answer this question for yourself as it relates to what you want to see in 2023. Are you casting your pearls before swine? And if you are, then you need to stop for a moment, figure out, hopefully, one, what your pearls are, right? What pearls do you have that you see? What time, talent, resources, skills, ability, whatever. What pearls are you casting before swine? People who are time wasting, people who are distractions, activities that are distractions and emotions and mental chaos that's going on. What pearls are you casting before swine? So that's all I have for you. I think I need a counter. Oh, it's 12 minutes. Okay. So that's all I have for you in this power hour, in this minute. I think I saw power hour somewhere, so we don't want to use that. But anyway, it hasn't been a power hour, but it has been a micro minute, a mental minute, I hope, that help you think about your 2023 as we are in this first week of it, as we are in the beginning of the year. It's time to take an assessment of what's going on in your life. And again, answer the question for yourself. Are you casting your pearls before swine? One last shameless plug before I go is I have a planner and I'll post it on the page. But we have a quarterly planner. I developed a quarterly planner, and this one, there's two versions. This is the really small one, but even in this one, it has SMART goals, right? SMART goals. If you're trying to do your goals, it tells you how to use the planner. And then it gives you guidelines. And actually, I should have just put it up on the screen. It gives you guidelines for weekly planning pages, right? Weekly planning pages so that you can plan out your weeks. And it's designed only for the first quarter of the year. I mean, you can get another one obviously for the next quarter, but it's only designed. That's how serious I am about the intentionality of this year. That's how serious I am. And so I will, at some point, you'll see it on my Facebook. If you are on my Facebook or my YouTube, you will see the access to the planner. You can download it for free. You'll be able to download it for free. But it's about being intentional. And that means the assessment of, are you casting your pearls before swine? You're too valuable in this season. The kingdom needs you to show up. And because we need you to show up, We need you to show up powerfully in this season. And so the assessment of your pearls and of the swine in this season is necessary. But this has been Lillian Harrison, and this is your absolutely strategic motivational coach. And I'm looking forward to serving you in this season, but also I'm looking forward to leveling up in my own personal life. So I'm taking the assessment as well. Have an amazing rest of your day. And yes, personally, do that assessment. Ask the question. You might be surprised at the answer. Have a great day.